Live. I'm trying to adjust the camera so I'm not having to reach so far, but it really does not want to work with me. I'll give this a second and then I will begin. I know I was running a couple minutes late, and this is okay to rewatch too. You don't have to watch it live, but I just thought I would go live with it since I was unable to do our weekly reading. But anyway, welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I am so happy to have you here this evening. It is a full moon. It is the full moon in Capricorn. So we're going to do a 4-card spread for that. And then if we have some live folk and they want a Moonology card drawn for them, I will go ahead and draw that. We are live with Reiki, so anyone from this point to the end of the video, you are receiving Reiki healing, whether it's for physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual healing, whatever you may need. All right, so tonight it's actually a super moon. I didn't realize that. I was just been so swamped with the Your Natural Healer store. We were at our first event this weekend, and went really, really well. With that being said, really quickly, hello. With that being said, really, really quickly, today, tomorrow, and my days are all mixed up. Wednesday the 5th, I am running a 4th of July special. All products are 20% off, and you use the coupon code at checkout is HOTDOG20. So if you plug that in at checkout, that'll take 20% off. I take care of the sales tax, so don't worry about that. And shipping is free to the United States. So make sure you go to yournaturalhealer.com/products and check it out. I will say the K2 pyramid that I'm always talking about, I have the other one. The one was the first thing I sold on Friday. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the buck moon. All right, hold on. I'm trying to turn on the live chat just in case anybody wants to chat something. I think I can read it now. All right, so this moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn energy is all about playing the long game. So it's about setting our long-term goals. And it's about having tenacity, having the patience to reach those goals. So that's what this moon energy is all about. So if you're making moon water tonight, or if you haven't done it, it's not too late. Make sure you put your water in glass jars. You can set them outside. They don't need to be in the moonlight. It's not about the light, it's about the energy. And when you set your jars out, go ahead and manifest your intention into the water. And then as you drink it during this moon cycle, it will help you manifest a little quicker and easier. All right, so this is also called the buck moon. And the buck moon deals with a couple of specific crystals. We have tiger's eye, which tiger's eye is all about courage. So that is one of the crystals that we're drawing off the energy tonight. And then labradorite. Labradorite is all about intuition and manifestation. All right, so we have a gold candle here, and the gold candle again is going to help us with pulling in energy for our long-term goals. So I want you to think about right now some kind of project or idea or goal you have, something that's not like super easy, something that's going to take some time to finish. And I want you to think about that. Or even think about something maybe you're missing in your life and you wish to manifest that. Or maybe what you already have in your life and you want a little bit more. So I want you to think of that as we go ahead, and we're going to light this. It looks yellow, but it is actually gold. And I do have it dressed in some herbs which promote positive energy and abundance and manifestation. So we're going to go ahead and take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So let's go ahead and do that. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And again, breathe in and out. And one more nice deep breath in and breathe out. So you can either just listen or you can repeat after me as I light the candle. So we're going to say, tonight I choose to reflect your light and open myself to radiant clarity. I light this fire in the name of the moon so that my request may be granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe. All right, so then we're going to go ahead. I have some beautiful white candles dressed with some beautiful crystals and herbs. And we're going to add that. I need to watch that flame near them cards. I don't want to start a fire and I'll be yelling down, Ed. All right, so there we go. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this deck, and we're going to do a 4-card spread. And this 4-card spread is going to be all about self-reflection. So we're going to draw 4 cards, one about self-reflection, one about how we can realign our relationships or a relationship, and how we can realign our environment, and then finally the overall energy for this supermoon. All right. So these cards are like super, super slippery. So I'm going to really like take my time, because for those of you who watch me regularly, you guys know I can't shuffle. I would never get a job in Vegas. They would fire me. Like, I wouldn't even make it past the initial interview because I just stink so bad shuffling cards. Okay. All right. So again, remember, this is a general reading, so this may not manifest with everybody. If it doesn't, don't get frustrated. However, if it does, place your hands on your heart, take a deep breath in, and say, yes, I claim this for myself, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, you can always go into yournaturalhealer.com, go to services, and there's lots of packages. And then one thing about my readings, guys, they're not always love, light, and woo-woo. So sometimes you may hear something that you don't necessarily like, and I just read the cards. So, you know, I don't write this, and okay, I'm going to attempt to shuffle them this way now. And, you know, if you hear me say a bad word, I apologize. Oops, almost lost cards. Don't want to do that. Like I said, I am just, terrible in shuffling. That's why, like, anytime I play, like, card games, I hate the shuffle. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. All right. All right, so as I said, we're going to draw 4 cards. I was going to lay them out in a pretty little, kind of like a symbol, but I don't have a lot of room here, and I think I might have broken my tripod, so I'm trying not to move that too much. All right, so let me go ahead and get these in the picture. And again, everybody that is new, thank you or not as new, but everybody that regularly watches the channel knows that I usually do my readings first thing in the morning. So I really do apologize about that. It was just, oh my gosh, such a trying weekend, and I was just absolutely exhausted. So I need a little bit of extra sleep. So that's why I figured, you know what? Normally I have my own full moon ritual that I do, which I'm still going to do, but I figured I would do something special for you guys as well. I was going to turn off the lights, but the last time we did that, while the ambiance was really cool, it was hard to see the cards. So the lights are on. All right, so the first card, everybody, that we're going to draw is about self-reflection, all right? So, again, as we talk about this, I kind of want you to think of what you're trying to manifest long-term and how this relates to you. And the card we got It's the world. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card to start off with self-reflection, because the world is all about completion of a cycle. You have finished something. It doesn't matter if it was something good or something bad. You've been through the trials and the tribulations, the success, the ups and downs, the roller coaster, and it's finally finished. And it's a time where new worlds are going to start opening up for you. So during this lunar cycle, I want you to really focus on what it is that you've completed and what you learned from that, especially the challenges, because that's how we grow. We grow through challenges and roadblocks and speed bumps, whatever you want to call them. That's how we grow in life. We learn lessons and then we know, okay, that didn't work out so well the last time. So while you are moving into a beautiful, beautiful space, new doors opening, new beginnings, really focus on what you have learned and what you can do differently next time. And when you self-reflect on that a little bit, if you want to pull one of your chakras in, I would pull in the heart chakra with that. So if you do a little bit of heart chakra with this, really looking into your inner self, really getting that deep reflection. I think that, you may learn something about yourself and you may see something differently than you actually thought you experienced. All right. So just, be kind with it, because like I said, all cycles, because life is a cycle, birth, death, rebirth. And a cycle is kind of like a circle. There's no beginning, no end, and it keeps going, keeps going. And so you've completed the first loop of the cycle, and now it's time to start the next cycle. So just reflect on those challenges that you were faced with. And in this new cycle, you're going to be faced with new challenges, but you may be faced with some of the same ones. And how can you either handle them the same? If you handle them great, if you didn't handle them so great, then what can you do a little bit differently this time? All right. That's really some good shadow work, actually. And the thing with shadow work, everybody always thinks that shadow work is like, oh, this horrible, all the bad things about me. And that's not what necessarily shadow work is. Shadow work is really the part of ourselves that we keep really deep down inside of us that we really don't open up and allow others to see. And that's both good and bad. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about our next card. And the next card, we're going to talk about how we can realign our relationships. Okay. And for this card, okay, this is a reverse card. So let's look at it upright first. And aren't these cards gorgeous? It's the Five of Cups. Now, normally the Five of Cups talks about, letting go of things not serving you well. In the reverse position, it really is the same thing, but it is multiplied a little bit. All right. So whatever is going on, you need to forgive and move on. Just because you forgive somebody again doesn't mean you need to forget, doesn't excuse what they did or what the situation is. But, and this is somehow playing into this completion of a cycle. So whatever happened, you just got to let it go. It's not worth your energy. And in order for you to realign your relationships, even if it's not something major, if you're holding a little bit of resentment or you're holding a little bit of anger towards somebody, and it's possible to hold a little bit of resentment or a little bit of anger. But if you're holding this little bit of negative energy towards somebody, and it could be a spouse, it could be a child, a parent, a sibling, a best friend, just let it go. It's not worth your energy. And that energy is only going to bring you down. And this space, as I said, that you're moving from from, something closing, one door is closing and another is opening. You don't want to go through that threshold with any kind of negative energy, because this can be something so, so beautiful. So really examine during, as we said, this is all about long-term, kind of projects and things of that nature. Really re-examine if you're holding any kind of resentment or anger towards somebody, and just let it go. That's going to be for your highest good and the highest good of them as well. Because anytime that you're upset with somebody, you just, even though you say, oh yeah, no, I'm not mad, I'm fine, but deep down you really are, they're going on about their day, happy go lucky, and then you're in there and you've got this stuff festering in you. And trust me, that stuff can spin like a cyclone, really, really big and out of control. So you need to just let it go. All right. Now let's go ahead and talk about realigning our environment. Okay. So in this moon cycle, you got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is saying that, you are really excited. You are really ready to just go for it. You're ready to charge in and just do what you got to do. And whether it's, work or home or relationships related, whatever it is. And again, it's playing into whatever this completion is, and you're about to enter into this new cycle. You're charged up. And that's wonderful. That is great that you're excited. That's great you're ready to move forward. But remember, in order to move forward, we got to take care of this over here. The thing with the Knight of Wands, though, even though you're so excited and so charged up, you need to take a breath, and you need to remember, don't just act. Think before you do anything. Because if you just go with that, you know what, I'm just going to go for it and let the chips fall where they may, the chips aren't really going to fall in a good place. Okay. So what this card is saying is just realign your environment to still have that excitement, that gung-ho attitude, but still using that logic before making any major decisions. All right. And if you do that, this moon cycle is going to be perfect. All right. So let's go ahead now and talk about the overall energy that we have for this full moon in Cancer. And this full moon in Cancer, why am I saying full moon in Cancer? I guess because we are in Cancer season, but the moon is in Capricorn. So can we go back? Rewind. Say I'm not perfect. So full moon in Capricorn. And one of the funny things is that I'm a Cancer, and like every sign has an opposite. Well, the opposite of Cancer is Capricorn. So it's just funny that, I'm just trying to override Capricorn with my sign. But anyway, let's talk about now your overall energy. If you, reflect on the closing of the cycle, reflecting on those challenges you faced, if you go ahead and open your heart space and just truly forgive and let it go, and if you start incorporating your logic, continue with that passion and continue with that excitement, what we're going to end up with. And what you're going to end up with is, oh, this is fantastic. This is the 10 of Cups. And let's go ahead and look at this beautiful artwork on this card. And the 10 of Cups, this is a fantastic card. This is all about domestic harmony. Whether it's with your spouse, it's with everybody. Just your life is harmonious. Everything has come together. Everything is happy. Your relationship with your significant other, if you have children, your parents, your siblings, your friends, coworkers, everything is just in a great space. And that makes so much sense because we said that we're going to reflect on what happened so that we don't make the same mistakes, but that there maybe is a little bit of resentment or anger that's kind of lingering there, and we're going to let it go, right? And once we let that go and we charge forward like this knight, he is on fire. He is ready to move forward. Once he moves forward, everything is just going to fall into place, and you're going to have inner peace, harmony, happiness, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Chakras aligned, aura cleansed, just utter happiness. And what more can you truly, truly ask for? I mean, the only other card that's like really trumps this is the Sun card, which is the highest card in the deck, the highest vibrational card in the deck. But during this lunar cycle, and remember, lunar cycle, roughly 28 days, just work on this. The biggest thing, though, is really letting this go. Because if you let this go and you use your head, you're just opening yourself up to such a wonderful, 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 wonderful energy. It doesn't get more perfect than that. I'm going to put these cards, there we go. That looks pretty. Whoops. My husband, if he watches, he'll be like, that card was crooked. And these are slippery cards. All right, so I'm looking here and I don't see any live viewers right now. And like I said, that's okay. I understand it's a Monday night and it's before a holiday, but I just wanted to do something a little special. So again, this can be watched after the fact. Tomorrow, and I can't look at my moon app right now, but it's like the moon is like 98% full or something like that. So you can still watch this reading and move forward, in your journey, if this does pertain to you. So since I don't have any live viewers to, I was going to do one-on-one, oracle cards. I figured I would draw a few, but since nobody is watching live right now, and that's okay, like I said, I wasn't originally going to do it live, and then I was like, oh, well, goodness, it's a full moon, and why not incorporate a little full moon ritual into this and get everybody manifesting out there and get everybody on task. And the candle is dancing, but that's because of me shuffling. So, and the air conditioning just kicked on. Remember, if you haven't watched the reading from a loved one, the candle in that one was just absolutely amazing. There were two, I think it was, I don't want to say what cards in case you haven't watched it. But it's definitely, it was really cool. That was one of my most favorite readings I've done with you guys. So while I'm shuffling this, I'm only going to draw one card, since I don't have anybody live. So I'll just draw one card just to give you a little, these are Moonology cards, just to see what we got here. And remember, guys, 20% off. You cannot beat that, especially for some of the more expensive things. Like if you've been eyeing that beautiful, rare minerals of Russia, it's 5 different Russian crystals that are very hard to get a hold of. They are very rare and they are highly vibrational. So you can get them for 20% off. And like I said, I take care of the sales tax and shipping is free to the USA. So sales is always a great time to get those more rarer crystals or those bigger crystals, because those are usually the ones that always cost a little more. All right, let me give me one more shuffle. And I'm going to spread this out. And then I'm going to go 5 card. 5th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our card. All right, so let's see what oracle message we got. And now there won't be any Reiki hug at the end. Normally I do the Reiki hug, but during this whole video, if you watch the whole, right now we're at about 25 minutes, you are receiving Reiki for 25 minutes, okay? All right. So, oh, I have one live viewer. Hello. I don't know if this live chat, it says all messages are visible. Would you like me to draw a card just for you? I'll take that as a no. They left. All right. So anyway, for everybody else, I'll go ahead and just draw a card, and that's okay. We got full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. And that's the artwork. Show the world the real you. All right. So I'm just going to put that there. Well, this pertains to everybody, and this is really dealing with throat chakra. And are you being your authentic self? And if you're not, then obviously, you need to work on your throat chakra. We got some issues there. But what is causing it? The whole thing about showing the world the real you is people love you for you. And if people are expecting you to be something that you're not, then those people really don't care about you. And when you're trying to be something you're not living your life. You're living your life for other people. And then the next thing you're 75 years old and you're saying, I didn't do anything I wanted. Parker's about to bust in. And for those of you who are new, Parker's my spiritual German Shepherd. I have the door closed and she knows how to turn the handle to open it. But we're almost finished up. So just what I'm saying is, don't live your life worrying about what others think, worrying about what you think people want you to be or what people want you to say or what people want you to wear or to look like. Who cares? So live your life. And that's what this card is saying. Show the world the real you. Because I say this all the time. You are a beautiful soul. And I mean that. And I know that I only know you guys, and I don't really know you guys, but I know some of you from leaving comments on the videos and leaving comments on the channel and sending me messages on Facebook and things of that nature. Or those that, that I do work with. Oh, here she comes. Hello, Parker. Those of you that I do work with, whether it's on your chakras or that have taken any of my workshops or that even gets Reiki. But the real you, always be the real you, because that, first of all, it is so liberating. Because there's nothing harder than trying to be something that you're not, because then you're always guessing, am I doing this right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And when you do that, you're not living your life, and you're here to have human experience as yourself. And if other people don't like it, tell them to kick rocks. All right? So I'm just going to set that off to the side because it's too beautiful. These cards are too pretty. Oops. That one just wants to keep turning. So anyway, everybody, I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon, that this next lunar cycle goes well for you. And the next major will be the new moon. And that's a wonderful time for manifesting and letting go of things. So anyway, have a happy and safe 4th of July. And if you're watching this after the holiday, I hope you had a great holiday. And again, please remember, today, July 3rd, July 4th, and July 5th, everything is 20% off as far as products. So crystal sage essential oil, use the coupon code HOTDOG20 at checkout. All right? So anyway, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.